everybody? Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective. I think I cover it from a mental health perspective. Well, you know what? I don't go to specific lengths to make it like mental health coverage, but I think that when I do my coverage, because mental health is, my profession, that's just gonna come out when I talk about my things that I'm covering. It's not a gimmick. It's just life as I know it. I think about all sides. I think about everything really. So Mickey's HOH. I've heard a lot of people, talking about Mickey's about to go out the door next week, this and that and the other. I want to say this. Do I think she's playing the best thing that she could possibly play right now, or the best game? No, but there's not one single way to play Big Brother. That's what I gotta say. The way that the Big Brother game goes depends on so many factors. It depends on your fellow house guests. It depends on, sometimes it depends on the demographics, honestly. Sometimes it depends on, personalities. Depends on a lot of different things. So what's been happening in modern day Big Brother, especially in the last few years, with all these recruits that they bring onto the show, right? The recruits are figuring out the game as they play. And that's okay. The way how Hannah explained it to me this one time, I think last year when I spoke to her, she was like, if you think about it, everybody was a recruit when the show started. And that's the truth. The people that everyone let, the legends of today, they had a blank canvas and they were just given rules, and they did classic things that were not classic when they did them. I mean, maybe they were instant classic. Again, people, they didn't have the type of exposure they have now, that things go viral and they go on TikTok and they go on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. The problem is, I don't know, maybe it's a generational thing, but this is a generation, I feel like, of overthinkers. And I'm a part of that, I have to admit. I'm a part of that. I would say since watching Big Brother 10 as my first season, this might have been. I disagree. I don't agree. I don't even. She's not even close to the dumbest player who's ever played this game of Big Brother. Not even close. Hi, Charicity. Sorry, I had a sneeze coming on, and it was coming on for a while. Yeah, so, the dynamics of this house so far is that there's a lot of middle people, okay? There's a couple of groups. There's a couple of, like, legitimate groups. I feel like Morgan and Mickey and Ashley have formed themselves into a legitimate group. Sorry about that. It cut off for me. You kind of start to see who keeps going on and off. 1 second, I'm gonna reset really. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Hopefully it doesn't cut off again. So, as I was trying to say 3 times, Mickey, Morgan, and Ashley have kind of formed a group. I think Mickey should put up Cat. If he does, Riley, myself, and Vic. I would love for that to be the case, Shalonda. I like that name, by the way. Shalonda. He's coming after her anyway. I don't think Jimmy is a good choice on the block. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was getting to. Jimmy going on the block. You could say all you want about Jimmy being a flip-flopper and all this stuff, but the thing about it is, my main thing is, even if you want to call Jimmy a flip-flopper, which he kind of is, he's not a flip-flopper that's gunning for you. That's the whole thing. He's a flip-flopper that is on your side, and I would say he's prepared to go any way, but he was more on the lady side than being on the guy side. That's how I've always seen him. He's more working with the ladies than the guys. So they might have had a reason to go after him, but they don't have to go after him yet. There's bigger fish to fry. Now, in terms of Catherine being that bigger fish, on a personal level, I definitely would just love Cat and Riley to be sitting next to each other on the block. On a game, Riley is the bigger target, right? But Riley is also a legitimate threat to win the blockbuster, right? So if you have Catherine up there, Catherine goes home, Riley stays. Riley's still there. I don't know. That's a dangerous game. I don't know how y'all are thinking of it, but look at how this loose cannon is. He'll throw his whole game away and take people with him on his way out. You know, like I would be treading really lightly with this man, to be honest with you. Cat would put her on the block next week, and that's assuming that Cat would win. And Cat winning HOH, I mean, I'm not saying she can't win an HOH, but I feel like that would be a small probability. If we're going with probabilities, Cat winning HOH would be a small probability. And then it's not just about who goes on the block. You now get 2 chances to get off, and then it's a numbers game as well. So it's not a simple game to me. Big Brother is not a simple game. Those are simple statements. Shalonda, that's what I was thinking either. I just hope he doesn't hurt anyone on his way out. He's not the fun kind of crash out. There's honestly a fun crash out, like a Frenchie crash out. That was fun. That was fun for us anyways. They said he was creepy, but they're friends now, so all's well that ends well. There's like the Frenchie type. There's who else? Who else is a fun one? I guess I don't know. There was like a Tucker. I mean, it wasn't really. He was yelling, but it wasn't like anyone was scared of him type of thing. But yeah, I guess that goes to my example. But this guy's like a scary. I don't know what you're capable of, and then this thing with Catherine and how he's telling her she's his reason for being alive. I mean, he didn't say that, but I wake up in the morning and I listen for your voice and you mean everything to me and this and that. And I'm like, my guy, ooh, he's somebody who makes me actually want to do what most other Big Brother fans do and like research his life and his background, because there's some things upstairs that are not, they don't seem all there. Gameplay is astonishing. I was watching a couple of vlogs yesterday. I was watching Jolene. Hers was really funny. I watched a little bit of Winner Circle, just a little bit though, and I watched what's the other one? I watched Jolene, Winner Circle. There's something else I can't remember now. Creepy. Imagine she puts Jimmy up and he stays. The thing about whoever she puts up, right? She has a replacement nom. The replacement nom could come down. I'm stuck in traffic again. The replacement nom could come down. What time is it? 8:30. So let's say he puts up Catherine. Let's say Riley wins. And then the two choices left are Catherine and Kelly. I don't know. I don't know who would go home between Catherine and Kelly, to be honest. Because take out his ranting and raving, it would probably be like Kelly, no brainer. Put Kelly home. But because of his affinity to Catherine, people might want to vote out Catherine to isolate him and then put him out next if they can. Good morning, Tasha. I know it's a lot. It's a lot. What he did yesterday, or what he did on whatever day that was, Friday, I think. That was a lot. That was a whole lot. He was disrespectful and he was angry, and we only saw a fraction of it. Like I said, I have a hard time believing that 2 to 3 minute snippet that we saw in the episode was all that happened in this conversation. And even what we saw was bad enough. That triggered me so bad. I'm still mad about it. And I'm telling you, I do not get as invested in Big Brother as most people. Like, I'm invested in a sense of I'm interested in what's happening on the feeds. I'm interested in what's going on, who's winning the competitions, all of that. You know, like I catch it whenever I can during my breaks or my free time. I am invested in that sense. But I'm normally not invested in the sense of most people have characters from the cast that do things that elicit very strong emotions from them as a fan. And that happens to me rarely. Once in a while it does when something is really bad, but typically it takes a lot to get me there. And this got me there in a short amount of time, and it wasn't even the feeds. It wasn't even feeds that did it. It was the produced episode that got me there to where my blood pressure was going up. I want to see Mickey and Morgan get humbled. Why? Humbled for what? Mickey said he was saying F you and was blatantly disrespectful. Wow. I mean, he a coup d'etat used on him. It's not about him being mad. Somebody being mad is fine. You know, that happens. That's going to happen a million times over on the Big Brother house. It's where what levels you take that anger to. Listen, things happen in life. You can put any variable you want in there. You could say somebody stole my cheesecake out of the fridge one day at one of my jobs. And I was so pissed about it, and I knew who it was, even though they would never admit it. I knew exactly who took my cheesecake. Sounds stupid, right? But I was looking forward to that thing. I brought it to work. Somebody gave it to me, actually, and I brought it to work, and I was looking forward to it all day. Go in the fridge at lunchtime, the thing is gone. And I was mad about it. But you know what? I can express being mad without threatening somebody. Nothing that happened to him with getting his HOH taken was a threat to his life, to his family, to his well-being. Okay, you didn't get to hook up with Kat in the HOH room and you didn't get to see your pictures. That hurts. That sucks. But keep it within the context of the game. Because you are playing a game right now. They're playing a pretty good game. Yeah, they're not playing a bad game. I mean, the thing is, there's not a bunch of strategists on this season. And as far as strategy goes, I would say, honestly, I mean, I know some of y'all don't like Zach, but I feel like Zach is in a very solid position right now. One of the best positions in the house. Social wise, I think Abe was in a really good position. And I think that Mickey is playing pretty well, but it depends on how she plays her cards. And I think that it's the wrong move right now to put Jimmy up. And to even be questioning Jimmy so much is, even if she happened to be like, you know what, I'm not going to put you on the block. Now his antennas are up. Like, I think somebody compared Jimmy to being in a Heisem type of spot. And that's the way that I see him. I see him in a Heisem type of spot. Where you don't want to let him go this early. You want to put him in a spot where he has to declare his allegiance to your side. Force him to declare his allegiance, and then if he's not willing to do that, then you're like, okay, you're with the other side and you get him out. But they're not playing him the right way. So this week is going to be an interesting one. I don't like feeling tension as I watch my TV shows. I watch my TV shows as an escape from the tension in my real life. Like, I'm about to go into work in the next 5 minutes, and I have my own situation at work that I have to deal with at work, and I don't want to take Big Brother stuff in there with me. So I just really hope that some way, somehow, Riley is the one who gets out of the house this week. I don't like Catherine, but I can deal with Catherine being in the house because she's just crabby and has a nasty attitude. That's about it with her. I mean, you can't do anything about that. Sometimes you get those kind of people in the house. But him, I don't even want him in the house. Now that Mickey is HOH, she's having to show her cards. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's getting this power at this point in time is huge. And not easy. Alrighty. I'm about to jump off this thing and get myself going. But thanks for joining. And what happens today? Oh, today is going to be the replacement nom. So we're going to see how that goes. Fireworks. And I'm most likely going to come on tonight or whenever they end up making the picks, and go from there. So for now, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified when I drop some more great content. Thank you all, and have a great Monday.